Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. In between episodes, I enabled the pollution indicator on the map, and I've been kind of running around the perimeter of the base to look for alien nests that might be causing us trouble. And I found a few that are pretty close to the edge of the pollution cloud. I guess this one is in the cloud. This one almost will be. So I'm sure I'm getting attacks from that one there. I found some over here that are not in the pollution cloud yet, so I don't think these are bothering me at the moment, but I'm sure they will be before too long. And then we have these down here, which are being affected by pollution. I do get a lot of attacks up here, so I'm pretty sure they're coming from there. And that's as far as I've gotten so far. There's not really anything out here this way. I'd like to explore this section a little bit more. And the goal would be just to get rid of biter nests that are inside the pollution cloud, since those are the ones that are going to be angry with us and want to come attack. I've also enabled the second iron smelting unit, I suppose you could call it. So we now have two sections making iron plates. I don't currently have any logic directing the trains to any particular one. So if a train comes for plates and this one is busy, it'll go to the second one. If it's not busy, it'll just go to this one again. All right, so that's kind of how it works. So as long as I keep the trains coming, they'll kind of balance themselves out fairly evenly. If we don't have enough traffic, then it'll just end up with the trains always going to the first one. But this is kind of I think a good way to sort of naturally load balance, because the trains will always take the shortest path. So if we have multiple stations here with the same name, the trains will just go to the closest one. That's one of the advantages of having the stacker here. And then the train stations in a sequential ladder sort of arrangement like we have here. They'll kind of load balance, taking the first one as the priority and then moving down the line. In the case of steel, I think what they'll do, I haven't used a setup like this before, but I think what they'll do is preferentially go to this one, and then this one, and then this one, and so on down the line. But we'll find out for sure once we start to use it. I've got a few bot alerts just for items that need repair. Nothing too critical, so I'm just going to ignore those for now. I did run into a train with my car when I was exploring up here, so fortunately I didn't get killed. All right, so what I'd like to do first is set up a train to get the bricks from our stone brick area over to the science station. And actually, I'm going to put this train right here just because I already have a lot of fuel that I want to unload. Whoops, that one doesn't go there. That one goes there. Okay, and I don't think I have a color chosen for stone brick, but let me check real quick on my list. No, I don't. I do have stone ore. I guess we could use the same number. It's 120, 100, 100. I don't think I actually have any trains moving stone right now, so that's okay. Kind of a medium gray. So we're going to send this to stone brick until full. And I don't have a destination for it yet. So we'll do that in a little bit. I also had another problem recently with running out of iron where I make the fuel cells. So I expanded the limits on iron plates to 1,000. What had happened in this case was my train was sitting here waiting to deliver all of the acid, and it ran out of iron before the train was empty of acid. And so the train just sat here, and again, I wasn't making any fuel cells. I think the other thing I could do is just bank up more fuel cells rather than stop at 100. I could have it work until we have like 1,000 in inventory. In fact, I'll go make that change. In fact, why don't we make that change now, and then we'll head over and do the science, because I really, really want to avoid having that problem again, because it is painful to deal with. I was running around for about 10 minutes to get iron plates, and then I had to come over here to actually make the fuel cells, because this was the only place that I had power. In fact, I still haven't hooked this back up again. I need to do that. This network is still isolated. So, yeah, it's not fun when you run out of fuel for your power supply. And then, of course, the aliens start to attack, and your turrets don't have any power, and it becomes a mess very quickly. So let's change this to 1,000. Okay, it didn't take. 1,000. Set. There we go. Okay, good. So I feel a little more comfortable about that. Okay, so we're going to head out here to this area. Let's see what our train stations are named. We'll come out to this one called Error Snake. Very cool name. Let's get rid of that one. Error Snake. Let's go. Off we go. All right, so we're going to be doing production science packs. In this case, we need... actually, I forgot to check how many machines we need making the science packs. We need 16.7 making the science packs. And the ingredients, of course, are electric engines and electric furnaces. So on engines, we need 8.6, and on furnaces, we need 5.3. And furnaces cannot use modules, but the engines can. And let me just double check my calculator. Yes, I do have productivity modules accounted for on the electric engines. I do have speed beacons accounted for on the electric furnaces, so I don't think we'll have any errors like we did the last time. But, you know, I could be wrong. Not making any guarantees. All right, I think we need to clear out a few rocks. Okay, that's it. All right, so let's get started. Let's look at the furnaces and the engine units and figure out which one requires more material. This requires 25 each, and that's going to be in less than 1 second, because without productivity, we have a crafting multiplier of 6.25. So with 5 seconds divided by 6.25, it's going to be significantly less than a second. It's going to be like 3/4 of a second for each one. And because we have 25 ingredients to put in, it's not going to be enough for 1 stack inserter. So we're going to have, in this case, at least 2 requester chests putting in those ingredients for the electric furnaces. Now the engines are not nearly so demanding. We need engine units. Those take 4 apiece, and then we need electric engines. And I'm going to do 1-to-1 on these. I'll have one machine making electric engine units and inserting directly to electric engines. And then the electric engines are a little bit trickier as well because we need to bring in lubricant and run that through pipes. So that'll make it a little bit more challenging than it normally would be otherwise. Okay, well, let's start with the electric furnaces. So we need to bring in steel, red circuits, and brick. So it should be a fairly simple matter of just requesting the ingredients and putting them in. All right, and then how many of these do I need? I need 5.3, so let's call that 6. And we could perhaps do something very simple. If I can manage to fit 6 of these in between 2 substations, and unfortunately that's not quite going to work unless I put one down here, because what I'm thinking is I could just put a row of 3 chests, have 2 requester chests and one on the output like that. That would make things rather simple. But this doesn't leave any room for power poles, which is why I would need to use substations. I wonder if there's another way. No, I think that's the only way that we can do it, really. What if I did it like this? No, that still wouldn't give us any room for power poles, would it? If I did that... Okay. We could do something like this. Yeah, we could do this. So if we did this, then each machine will have two inserters coming in. They would share this box and one inserter going out. All right, and then let me grab some modules. I just want to confirm that it won't accept them. I'm pretty sure it won't. Nope. No productivity modules. Okay. Yeah, so let's do that this way. And then we can have one power pole and one light. That seems like a pretty nice setup. We'll limit the output to one slot. And then I just want to bring this some power so that we can let the game decide how much to put into the chests. Yeah, okay, so crafting speed is 6.25, like I mentioned. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so we'll have one shared and one unique. So what should we have in the shared one? Why don't we do... Sorry for my swallowing noises. I'm having a drink. My throat gets kind of dry. Why don't we do the stone brick in the shared chest. So we'll double this. That'll be 750. And then we'll remove the stone brick from these other two. Okay. Get rid of those, and then we just need to copy this twice. 1 and 2. Okay, and we've got our electric furnaces done. Now let's do the engines. And I think we'll do the engines here on the other side. Now the engines are going to need one machine making gears. Let's see, let me line up this first machine like that. Okay, so we're going to start off with one making gears and one making pipe. Let's see, there's pipe. Oh, okay, yeah, pipe can't take productivity modules, but we're still okay with one. All right, so on these, I'm just going to do a single requester, and I'll do a single provider. All right, and I'll do stacks going in and stacks going out, because these are going to go very fast. All right, and I'll put 1,000 iron plates in there. That might be too much. Actually, what did we do? What did we do for these guys? Yeah, see, we've got 1,000 there for the mining drills, and I think this will be going at a similar speed, so we'll leave it at 1,000. All right, and then in this case, I can't just limit it with stacks. I'll limit it with the logistics network, just because we have two different items. So we'll do pipes less than 200, let's say, and we'll do gears. I guess we'll do them the same, less than 200. Okay, and then we need 8.6 machines making the engines. So let's set up the first of these. All right, so one of these will make the regular engine unit, and the other will make the electric engine unit. And we do need to be careful with the pipe coming in. So what I'm not sure of is I'm not sure of how well this is going to work. Because if I do that, now all of a sudden I can't have any inserters for this one on this side. There's no room for it. Okay, but no, that wouldn't work either. Yeah, this pipe is going to give me problems. Now the other thing we could do is we could just have the pipes run up here on this side of the beacons. That could be doable. All right, let's see if we can make that work. All right, so if we put a requester chest here, requesting, really we only need to request circuits for this one and pipes, gears, and steel for this one. And these can all take productivity. And then, yeah, and then we can have a single output chest right here. That's 10 seconds, so a yellow would work. It only needs 2 circuits in 1 engine. Yeah, so I'll just do, oh, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, and I need to get the output of this one into here. So I think I'm going to need two requester chests. Yeah, I need 2 requester chests. Like this. And then we can use a wire, because I don't want this thing just filling up with engines. So we'll tell this one to run as long as engines are less than 5, let's say. And then we'll also request circuits in that chest. And then this one will request the ingredients for the engine. And this one will be the output of the finished engines. Okay. Yeah, so I think that ought to work fine. And then we'll put a pole there. We'll put a light right there. Okay, so let's power these up so that we can figure out what we need to request. 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So that one is fine. And then this one, 33 circuits. Okay. So get rid of those. And then we're going to copy that. And we'll put one there. Put one there. And again, I need 8.6 engines. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I need 2 more. Let me get some more modules. Or actually, I need 3 more. Okay, now up here, is where I run into problems. Because this is going to eat into the space that I have up here. And I don't really have a way to build around that. So probably what I can do, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I need 3 more. Yeah, I can just move them up. So let me take those out. I'm going to move them closer. just to the other side of these pipes. Okay, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, actually, let me turn this around, and then that way I can put all the pipes in the same place if I give this just a little bit more space. Yep, one more tile ought to do it. Okay. Oh, it was waiting for me to get out of the way. All right, yeah, and then flip this over. 1, 2, 3. Great, 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 great. Okay, and then we can get rid of those two. We don't need them. Okay. Yeah. I might as well just make this a straight pipe all the way across. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of these is missing a pipe, and it is this one. There we go. Okay, and then we'll have... Oh, no, never mind. I'm not using barrels. Yeah, so we'll have to put in a tank here somewhere to bring in the lubricant and unload it. Okay, so that looks good. And then we can set up the actual science pack production down here, since that's where we still have room. And the science packs themselves are about as easy as we can get. We'll have science pack, and then we're going to have one requester and one provider. Very easy. These can be yellow inserters in both cases, right? Put a power pole like that. Okay, it doesn't get much easier than that. Okay, 16.7, so we'll put, I guess we'll put 18. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, and then we need another RoboPort there, and we need another RoboPort here. There. Okay, and I think that ought to do it. Oh, I forgot to put the request on here. All right, let me put the rest of the power poles we're going to need. I'll just put them here to power all these beacons. And then we need to power these as well. Great. And then these are not necessary. Okay. Oh, and we need a lot more power poles here as well. Let's see, where can we fit them? Well, we can put one there. We'll need one there. We can fit one there. I think that ought to do it. And then we just need to link these two sides together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So that looks good. I think we're ready to go. In the next episode, we'll get some trains running. We'll start bringing in the ingredients, and we'll see how it works. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.